Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. Today I'm going to get into what is Splinterlands. This is a promotional video to help the team out as they reach out to new audiences, people who don't know what our amazing blockchain-based video game is or how to play it. This is going to be ground up introduction and how to. I hope it's helpful for all of the masses that are going to come during this bull run, and maybe it's interesting for you as an existing player. If so, stick around, and otherwise, thanks so much for your time. Have an amazing day. God bless. Welcome to Splinterlands. If you're new to this digital trading card game, don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I'll break down the basics so you can jump into battles with confidence. What is Splinterlands? It's a blockchain-based trading card game where you build decks and battle opponents to earn rewards. The cards themselves are NFTs. You can buy some of them, others you have to earn. Whether it's purchased with money or whether it's earned with time, one thing is certain. Splinterlands rewards those who invest time and attention within this space. The longer you're here, the more likely your library will grow. And each new card provides particular synergies that might enable victory where otherwise you would have been defeated. And every defeat or victory matter because there's cryptocurrency payouts, as well as other NFT collectible cards that you're going to earn when you have success. So the game combines strategy, deck building, and of course luck. But the joy and the beauty comes from the fact that these are my assets. I can sell them, I can rent them, I can use them. And whether I'm using them to earn new rewards in game or whether I'm selling them or renting them for profit, the same is true. This game is both fun and rewarding. Once you're ready to register, input your email address, set a password, and click register. I now have an account. I can play this game and I will receive some reward for my efforts. But the complexity of the game will grow dramatically, as will my rewards, once I start accumulating an SPS bag, because a SPS stake affects my in-game reward. My rank battle payout is modified based on several different SPS bonuses, one of which is my SPS boost. Suffice it to say, the more SPS I have staked on my account, the more bonuses and rewards I'll receive from in-game success. If I want to click battle right now, I can play. We're already seeking an enemy, and here we go. I've got a mana cap that I can operate within. All monsters have to add up to less than 33 mana. These are the active elements that are available, and I have 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining to choose. I can see my opponent's 5 past teams, and so I can build strategies that might counter what they previously have done. Given the options, I might try Kelly Frendel from the Water Splinter. Since her ability is plus speed and armor, I may think it's advantageous to use somebody who has armor. In this particular example, I played 1 summoner and 6 monsters. It's possible to play 1 monster, or maybe 5 or 4. Whatever makes the most sense given the mana cap, the rule sets, the active elements, and your particular card library. Now we can watch the battle and see how it turns out. Seems as though my armor is going to be a huge deciding factor here. Plus my monsters are faster. Both of those bonuses come from the summoner. All his best monsters are dropping while mine are still lingering. That's going to be the deciding factor. Looks like I'm going to win this one. In order to earn rewards, we have to be in Bronze 3. We start off in Novice. First 5 victories will lead you out of Novice into Bronze. If you want to jump right in, you would buy a Spellbook. A Spellbook is a $10 US cost, and with it, you're going to unlock the capacity to earn SPS rewards, compete in tournaments, and list items on the marketplace. You can pay with PayPal or crypto. Matches in Splinterlands are quick and strategic. Here's how it works. We hit play now. We're going to find an opponent. Once we are matched, we have to understand that there are particular circumstances for each battle. There are certain rules of combat that will modify how the engagement will take place. There's a specific mana cap that will restrict which monsters you're capable of playing. And I have a unique opponent who has a history that and a certain card set that is particular to them. Understanding their last 5 matches is something you can take advantage of, and a special tip for how you might overcome your opponent. I can see that my opponent has all of the best legendary summoners, and so I may be in trouble. But given what we can do in these rule sets, I'm going to play the best team I can, and we'll see where we land. I'm going to start by looking at magic monsters. I'm going to consider my options. I'm thinking maybe I'll try some lower mana options that way I can field more monsters in this low mana situation. But I'm already recognizing that I've built a team that's going to be too vulnerable, not enough hit points. So maybe I put my Halfling Refugee in the first spot because it has 7 hit points for 1 mana. But still, I'm quite vulnerable and weak. So I'm going to drive some modifiers, maybe bring out some archery, because archery will have a synergistic effect with my summoner who has a archery damage buff. Now, one more archer Who else can I put in here for some extra meat shield? Chaos Agent's an interesting choice. Maybe that's enough. Once you create the best team possible, attributing to your front line monsters that are able to attack in the first position, melee, or some key magic or archers, you're going to build out your second and third positions to allow a certain amount of meat shield, enabling your back line to stay alive longer and create greater damage output. Now in this battle, I know I'm cooked. My opponent has some of the most expensive cards in the game. I'm definitely going to lose. But the beauty of Splinterlands is that it's two pieces. It's both the cards you have access to as well as the talent you bring to the game. Key tips for beginners. Here are a few tips to give you an edge. One of the things you need to understand about this game is that, first of all, there are third-party developers that create apps that are really helpful. There's marketplaces like Peak Monsters that will really help you find and buy assets for the best price using things like bids that you don't need to understand today, but you will come to rely upon later. Another is Splinter Coach, which allows you to track your win and loss data across all of your summoners as well as your monsters, telling you win percentages as well as combinations that work really well. If you play Dr. Blight and you have a massive win rate, well, what monsters you play with it? Splinter Coach provides that information. This is valuable because it helps you understand how you're winning, when you're winning, and why you lose when you lose. It is a third-party site. It requires a monthly cost. It's personally a service that I do utilize and enjoy. Out of these tools, I have come to recognize the power and effectiveness of low mana monsters. Sometimes the best monster that you can play is the monster that fits within the mana cap available. And while 1 mana monsters are often smaller hit points or maybe lower damage output, they can also be very effective for the mana cost. Cards like Halfling Refugee might provide a heal and 5 melee damage, which can be really significant. But they often have drawbacks as well, like maybe they don't have very many hit points or they have debilitations that weaken the rest of your team. One of the best cards in the game is called Dr. Blight. It's a 4 mana monster. It's a legendary, and it's particularly effective because it fits into so many circumstances. Plus, there's synergistic qualities within the ability set. All this will become more obvious as you play the game, but it's important to recognize third-party tools can help you track this, as well as building out your low mana monster deck is wise because they fit in the most situations and circumstances. Additionally, as you build out your deck, it's also really important to understand that you will never afford everything that this game has to offer. There are some cards in this game that are extremely powerful and particularly scarce. Those assets only go to a handful of people, and most people will never own it. And so as a result, you need to think through your budget. You're definitely going to require summoners. In order to field the team, you must have a summoner. Find 1 summoner or 2 and start building out that particular element. Once that splinter is developed, you can move on to another. This is going to be a pathway to both expanding your comprehension of the game itself and giving you an opportunity to establish a foothold in the gameplay mechanics, start earning something for your time and effort, all while you're continuing to learn what it would mean to strive for greater and greater degrees of success within Splinterlands. Another tip for the uninitiated would be to join a guild. Time and Attention is our guild, and there is a link in the description to join our Discord, but there's many great guilds. The significance here is that, one, you're going to meet a group of people that are like-minded and are going to give you advice and tips on how best to grow what you're doing here in Splinterlands, and it also just adds fun. But beyond the entertainment and the community side, there's also a brawl component, which is a mini game within the game that allows you to earn SPS as well as merits. This is another in-game currency that you can claim through your time and effort in these brawls, which then unlock a different type of chest and a different type of card. Those are collectible NFTs as well, which will help you win more and more often. So this is both an extra degree and avenue for entertainment within the game, but it's also an opportunity for extra rewards from the game. So why should you play Splinterlands? Splinterlands isn't just fun, it's rewarding. With every battle, you have an opportunity to earn in-game currencies as well as collectible cards that are both scarce and financially valuable. Each of them has a different value, of course, and everyone's luck and opportunity will be different. But there's a real possibility that you're going to receive something for your time and effort. There's a reward that's available here, and that makes this unique and, in my opinion, revolutionary. Whether you earn and hold, whether you trade, buy, and sell, however you interface with this amazing blockchain game, there's entertainment for everybody, from the lowest, newest investor to the biggest and most rich whale. I believe that, and that's why I played this game for 6 years. If you're interested, check out the links in the description, subscribe to the channel, and follow along for more Splinterlands content. Have an amazing day. God bless.